NextPlease also allows us to navigate by object name, which means that typically this will match the behavior of cycling by class. If I select a sphere and hit the right arrow, it goes to the next object that has sphere in the name. And if I select a teapot, because all the teapots are automatically named teapot 01, 02, and so on, it's going to cycle through all the teapots. But if we had some custom names, for example, if we grab the name teapot 03 and assign to a sphere and call it teapot tests 101, now the teapot and this sphere share the base name, and if I start cycling, that sphere is going to also be considered a part of the cycling. But since we have a special name that doesn't completely match the teapot, the moment we hit the sphere, we cannot continue, because now the pattern is teapot underscore test underscore star, and that means that we are locked on this one. But if we wanted to have a group of objects that are called test 102 and this one test 103 and so on, and then try to use the navigation, we're going to jump between the objects based on this pattern matching. If we have the objects distributed in some way on layers, for example, we could actually use the material, shared material mode, do an update, select all the objects that are currently on with the blue material, and then create a new layer and call this one blues. Now we have a layer that contains those objects, and we could switch NextPlease to navigate by layer. And now if we select one object representative from the blues layer and hit the button, we are going to navigate by layer all the objects that are on the blues layer have been selected. If I select one of the objects that are on the 0 layer, I can go through everybody else except for the 4 objects that are on the blues layer. So this is another way to organize your scene by using the layers and then moving and cycling only through objects that are on the currently specified layer, where the specification is taken from the whatever is selected. If I select nothing and hit the arrow, nothing is selected is the report that we get, and that means that we cannot figure out which layer to use, and nothing can be done about it. So I can also use the update and the select all to select all the objects on a specific layer, instead of opening the layer manager and then selecting from the right click menu.